Everything changed in October last year, and now the March on the DNC will be the largest mobilization for Palestine in the history of this city.
In April, progressive activists met in Chicago to discuss their plans to march on the Democratic National Convention.
In August, we expect tens of thousands of Palestinian, Arab, Black, Latinx, Asian, and other protesters from all across the U.S. to say loud and clear to genocide Joe Biden, killer Kamala, and their cabal. Stop U.S. aid to Israel. Stop arming Israel.
This is a group that cheered when the announcement was made that Iran had just launched its missile attack on Israel.
Genocide Joe, killer Kamala, and all these fake progressive war criminals in the Democratic Party are just as guilty as Netanyahu.
These people don't even try to appeal to the hearts and minds of their fellow Americans. Instead, they choose the most obnoxious way to push their message.
Settlers, go back home!
Whether that means menacing Jewish students on college campuses or stopping traffic on the Golden Gate Bridge. How do they do it? In part, they push their Stand With Palestine message by mobilizing groups not necessarily connected with the demands for a free Palestine, but groups that still consider themselves progressive.
We're also demanding an end to police crimes and community control of the police. We're demanding immigrants' rights and legalization for all. We're demanding reproductive and LGBTQ rights. We are demanding workers' rights to unionize and strike. And we are demanding money for jobs, schools, housing, healthcare, and the environment, and not for war.
I want to thank you for coming here today.
The irony is that though President Biden's initial response to the Hamas terror attack of October 7th was firm and unambiguous, he's been sliding more and more toward what the protesters want.
They have a point.
Bring them home alive!
In sharp contrast, Senator John Fetterman, a true blue progressive, has emerged as one of Israel's most stalwart and forceful defenders in Congress.
I would never capitulate to the fringe that empowers Hamas. And I don't know why there's not more of that conversation in the media. Like, what about the hostages? What's happened to them? Where are they now? And let's just bring them home.
Some members of Senator Fetterman's team have resigned over his stance, and he lost some former allies. But a January Quinnipiac poll noted that more people now think more favorably of him than before. That really isn't all that surprising, given that the protesters represent only a small fraction of the American people.
I condemn the anti-Semitic protests. That's why I've set up a program to deal with that. I also condemn those who don't understand what's going on with the Palestinians.
The U.S. military's response in helping take down some of the Iranian drones made the president look strong and resolute. Unfortunately, it was only for a moment. And the anti-Israel protests planned for Chicago this summer will make him look even weaker.
Politicians only do what we make them do, right? And so, and if we show that we are going to be relentless in our ability to sort of go and take our message directly to Biden, they will have to let us take our message to Biden.
During April's conference, parallels were drawn between the protests today and the anti-Vietnam War protests in 1968.
We'll be marching with or without permits. This DNC is the most important one since 1968.
The rioting during that Chicago convention under Democratic nominee Hubert Humphrey ended up highlighting a deeply divided Democratic Party.
When Hillary Clinton lost to Trump the first time, there was nobody that was responsible for that loss but Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party themselves.
Like Mr. Biden on Israel, Humphrey was split on Vietnam, having defended the war as Lyndon Johnson's vice president, even though his inclination ran the other way. The result was that Humphrey was perceived as the candidate of more war, leaving Republican Richard Nixon free to run as the man who would bring it to, quote, an honorable end.
If Trump wins the election, if Biden loses the election, the only people responsible are the Democrats for allowing this genocide to happen.